I was part of the first city camp ever. That was the 2012. And then the experience was great. It was nothing like I'd ever been before. I'd been to other camps, just maybe for academic reasons, but this was something a bit different. It was teaching you stuff that you actually really need, like entrepreneurial skills, and there was a technical session where we built a solar charger. I think it was there that I really knew I wanted to get into making consumer technology.
Hi everyone, my name is White Rashidat. The first camp I attended was Camp David City 2012. It was a wonderful experience because we had to go from school. Then I was in Ikeja Senior High School. We had to go from school. Prefect had to go from school.
I think that my first really serious project was at Camp City. Yes, we built a solar charger. So I think that was it.
The first volunteer I met was Mr. Adiola Adedokun. Got talking, and he started molding me, started building me, started telling me things he does, and I told him, okay, these are the things I want to be, or these are the things I want to do. And he started counseling me. He was like a camp counselor for me then. It was fun. Let me start with the food aspect. When we got there, the first day they served us well, and our plate is always very big. We had plenty of food on it, and when we queue, we go there, we collect our food, and we go back to sit, and we finish eating, and we're like, who wants more? We kept raising up our hand, because we wanted more. And even till the end of the camp, we never wanted to go home again because the food there was just perfect. They serve us in the morning, afternoon, and night, and even at times when we wanted more.
Yeah, so a typical day in camp, we wake up I think 6, 7, I can't remember, that was a long time ago. We had the morning drills. First we had devotion. Morning devotion, we prayed, worship songs. Then we had a morning drill, just to stretch out. Then some mornings we jogged around, the facilities. Then we went, of course we had our showers. Then we went to have breakfast. Then activity for the day. Every day was different activity. Some days were, entrepreneurship talks. Some days were sports trainings. There was a different activity for every day. It's like your typical. Or it's not like your typical, timetable arrangement. Every day was something new and exciting. So you do the activity for the day. You have lunch again. Then sometimes we had movie nights, variety nights. It was action packed. Like every single time of the day, of the week, of the entire camp, there was an activity. There was no idle time or anything. We're always going from one activity to the other. So it was super packed.
In the morning, when we wake up in the morning, we take our bath. We do exercise first, then we take our bath. Then after that, we file up on a line to the dining hall. Then when we get to the dining hall, we take our breakfast. After breakfast, we move back to the lecture hall or to the multipurpose hall, whichever. We have the first section, the second section, the third section. It's always fun. After that, we go for lunch in the afternoon. There is always sunny, but then I could remember there's always a drink they give us. I can never forget. Even when I go to ShopRite, when I see the drink, I'm always buying Wilson fruit drink. So they give us very cold Wilson fruit drink on every sunny afternoon. And after that, we go back for either our workshop or our career class. Then after that, we go for another evening of squads coming together to talk. Or if the night was to be for Speak for Change, that's going to be the night we do Speak for Change. But we eat our dinner around 7, and which makes everybody hungry after the whole talk show. And then we file up on a straight line to our hostels, and we go to the room and sleep.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Yes, it has been a long time, but it doesn't really matter, how long it's been. It's something was added value to your life. There's no time frame on it. The value doesn't expire. Yeah. So we learned a lot of stuff on time management, how to effectively manage your time. Like, they were not directly teaching us academics, but these things, the principles they were telling us applied everywhere, on how we manage our time for academics, spiritual balance, everything.
And learning about leadership on camp, we have Mr. Femi Taiwo coming to talk to everybody, and then it was like, what's this man saying? Because he wasn't really saying what I was expecting. So it was just giving us instances of those that attended Covenant University, and I was like, my parents don't have money to take me to Covenant University. I was, all through my school level was a public school, but there was something he made us realize then.
Everything with time management, and of course I mentioned before that was part of the first places I'd been truly inspired to take up making consumer electronics. And yes, the technical session we had, we built a solar charger.
Because maybe the camp then was for me, but there was something that made us realize then. It was like, don't allow your background, put your back on the ground. That was just one word I picked from everything he had said so far on camp 2012.
That was the first place I knew I really built something. I felt like, I learned something new. It's not something they teach you in schools normally, okay? So yeah, I think that was my first true point of inspiration to take up building technology.
Usually what I've learned in camp was about giving, just being a change agent, just looking at things on different areas and think outside the box, look for a way you can solve issues, even while those in power are not doing anything. It starts from you. Femi Taiwo is always saying it starts from you. Toby David will always mention it starts from you, and it begins from now.
Okay, so what do I do now? I work with every and anything electronics, from building websites to mobile apps to building consumer technology, home automation.
Presently, I own an organization called Who Am I Initiative, an acronym of Who Am I Initiative. What we do, we help youth find their place, fill their space, set their pace, and run their race. That is what we do.
I work with different individuals and startups and established companies, to build tech for them. And then in my spare time, I also organize some YouTube tutorials for Android app development. So where where you could come and in 15 minutes with little or no setup or anything, you could have an Android app for yourself. I've been doing that for better part of some 3 months now, and the channel is quite picking up. I also just like to build stuff for fun.
And on the other hand of being an entrepreneur, I own a fashion designing organization called Asha Asha Design. What we do is we bid on ready-made clothes. You give us your clothes, you give us a design, then we use beads or stone on your clothes. And presently, I'm in school National Open University, my 300 level, hoping to be through next year. And presently I'm working in a Montessori school, and I'm taking children of age 6 to 10 along my career and every other thing I do.
Yeah, I just like to fix stuff around at home, just for the fun of it. Weekend projects. Currently, I can control stuff in my room with my mobile app I designed. I currently have a system, an artificial intelligence system. Voice recognition to turn on stuff in my room. Just similar things like that, just for fun. And all this started when at my first camp, when we built a solar charger. And that was the inception of my passion for building consumer technology for myself and. Yeah, so for the leaders out there, I'll say this camp is nothing like you've ever experienced before. It's not just going to train you in technical skills or leadership skills. It's everything together. Entrepreneurship.
I want all campers that are coming for City 2016, that's the Leaders Arise 2. I want them to look out or to watch out to great things, because this camp is not just for people that don't think. It is for people that think and really want to imbibe change in whatever they do.
My first ever startup I ever did was, about 4 years back at the first camp. We called it H.O.P.E. That was like a clothing line. And then from there, I realized my passion for entrepreneurship as much I did for building to consumer technology. So these two things fused together all in one place.
I could remember those days in City 2014, 2015. There was a pastor that was invited to come over to speak with us, and he talked about David, the stone slinger, or the stone. He was very good at what he does. He was very good at it, and that was why he was able to bring down Goliath. So I want all campers that are coming this year to picture their future, because a future you don't picture, you can't achieve. I just want all campers to picture their future and imbibe everything they teach them at City well.
So I think you guys should really come over to have your share of this great experience. You won't ever regret coming. It's a lifetime experience.